made some oatmeal. I'm back here. I'm driving the ISF this week because the Prius needs some work, and the TRX will be way too much gas, and I don't think wife will want me to drive her car every day. So Jeep is under construction. This is my buddy's car, and the Prius needs the water pump. So I got the brakes. We talked about it earlier, and I did some research. I pulled some codes. I saw there were some codes for the water pump. I'll put it up on the screen in a few. The water pump from Longo Toyota in El Monte, California, and I'll attempt to change the water pump. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Probably post a few clips while I'm doing it. So here are my parts. This is the electric water pump for the Prius. It's 2013, so third generation. Part number, I need some brake pads in the rear, so I got that. I had to go to the Lexus dealer next door since they didn't have the tank, the coolant expansion tank cap. So here's the part for that. I figure I'll just replace it while I'm at it. So they tried to match the internet pricing, so it's kind of what I paid for the brake pads and the pump. And also here, same thing for the cap. Alright, so I have the airbox off, the engine cover, airbox. So this is what it looks like. So once you pull up the airbox, you could see the water pump. And so basically it's this part right here. Yeah, so we have a bolt here, bolt down here, one here, one here, here, and one below. We'll pull this plug off. There we go. Alright, so that's off, and then Actually, I need to drain some of the coolant first. So I will get underneath. Right there with the yellow cap. This is the yellow, you unscrew it. That's the valve. And then it will drain out of this hole right here. So I'll take care of that and I'll start pulling stuff apart. So you can see I have some jack stands. Safety first. Chuck the wheels in the back. Jack stands. Always be safe. Nothing's worth your life or getting hurt. Okay? Do it safe or don't do it at all. So I'm using a 12mm and it's close to the frame rail. So I'll get it. It's good to get past the water pump. Maybe if you have a mid instead of a deep socket, that'll work better. So I'm gonna break it and get it out a bit and then pull the socket off and try to get it by hand. So I have this a few loose. I'll just keep working at it. So quick tip, don't forget to pull your cap, because I left it on. I was wondering why my coolant was draining so slow. Anyways, got that done. I went ahead and put a glove over the intake hose just in case I drop something. You know, you want to keep that clean. I have my 4 bolts off the water pump, and just kind of waiting for the coolant to drain some more, and I'll just kind of pry that off. So while we're waiting for that, we'll talk about the bolts. You have 2 long and 2 short. Don't forget, the 2 short goes towards the front of the car. The 2 long ones goes towards the back.
I should just pry this, it should come off. Put a little stack.
Okay, so I was spreading misinformation. There was actually another short bolt in the bottom, so I was prying it out. It wasn't coming out. Took another look at it, and actually 5 bolts. So 2 long ones in the back, and 2 short ones in the front, and a short one in the bottom. So that's what the water pump looks like. And when you're pulling it out, you have to kind of get it out at an angle like this, you know. So you just kind of angle it this way and it'll come out. So I have the new pump here on the left, the old one on the right here. This one, you know, it kind of feels like if you're moving the dial of a safe, you know, like a combination type lock. This one, you could kind of feel it, but it's kind of, there's a little more resistance, and the steps aren't that definite. Not sure if that makes a difference. Like I said, I saw there were some codes. One code for the water pump. I was losing water through the overflow, and I'm gonna go ahead and change this pump, see if that's what it is. I'm not changing the thermostat. I should have, but I had some issue finding it at the time, so it's easy enough. I could go back and change the thermostat if need be, but right now I'll change the pump, the cap, and we'll see what happens. So the seal, you could compare it to this other one, but it's kind of almost like a no-brainer. There is a little smaller part right here on the top. It goes out or towards the engine. I guess you can't really put it like that because it kind of doesn't match. So that's kind of, try to put it like that, it won't match. So you have to put it like this, and just set it in, and you should be fine. So because it wasn't a gasket, I don't really need to like get a blade out and clean any remnants of gasket, paper gasket or caulk gasket. Just a rubber seal, it came off. So I'm just gonna get a rag, clean this, the surface where it's gonna mount, and I'm gonna just set it back in the way it came out, and you know, just angle it and set it in. Okay, got it all back together, and don't forget to torque it. The two longer ones are 19 foot-pounds, and the three shorter ones are 15 foot-pounds. So I'll post a page where you could see what they are. Hey guys, this is day 2. Yesterday the sun was too hot, so I didn't get to the brakes. So I have the water pump installed. I just need to add some coolant. But I just wanted to say something about the brakes. I got these brakes here, and they seem to not have the hole for the spreader spring. Maybe Toyota upgraded this, but I kind of like having the spreader springs, so it keeps the brakes off the. You can see that hole right there. So those little spreader springs, I'll show you on the next wheel. They fit in these holes, and they kind of spread the brake pads off the rotor when you're off the brakes. So I just got a drill bit the same size, and just drilling it myself. Okay, so I have the holes drilled. I have the right wheel off, and I'll get this changed. So with the caliper off, you kind of see what I'm talking about. These springs are meant to kind of spread. See, they kind of spread the brakes apart when the brakes is not applied. So that's why I drilled those holes, so I could kind of reinstall these, because I like the idea. Maybe Toyota went away from that. I'll have to read about it. So I use a C-clamp to push the piston back. I have to go, it wouldn't fit this way, I need to get a bigger one. So I went over from the front this way. So it's kind of finicky. Sanded it up in the middle and go around the back here, right on top of this bolt in the front here. Just tighten it down. Sometimes if it won't move, you might have to spin the piston a little bit, kind of turn it in. This one was tight to begin with, so I just kind of spin it clockwise with my channel locks, and then it started moving. So take the pressure off to spin it, and then supposedly this has to be aligned just as it is there. It's like an X, so perfectly as an X, not a T. If you're looking at it this way, with this being the top. So for these, it's best if you just take off the two slider bolts here and here. Because of the way this is set up, you have the brake line on the top, and you have the parking brake cable back here. So it kind of And even if it makes it difficult for you to just kind of loosen one and just slide it up, rotate it up or down. So took off these two bolts, just moved the whole thing out the way, makes it a lot easier. Test. Hey guys, so it's been about 2 weeks since I performed the water pump replacement, and I've been so busy I promise you I have not even checked to see if it was leaking. I know it was good. I didn't get any warnings. I didn't see anything leaking underneath the car, but I really haven't been under the hood. I've been so busy working. So finally today, got some time, got off work a little bit early, and thought I would stop by the park. It's been so hot. We've had a heat wave, so I think if it was overheating still, it would have been spilling. So this crusty stuff here, that's from the last time I filled it, and we could see it's still on full, and there's been no leaks. So I guess that was the issue. The water pump. So I was getting the fault that the water pump was in a state of overspeed, and I was losing water. This was empty, so I changed the water pump and filled it up, and we've been good for 2 weeks. I would say I put about 200 miles on it. And as far as the brakes go, I haven't heard any squeaking. It's from last time I washed. I didn't do a good job, but there hasn't really been too much brake dust, and so there's no squealing anymore. I think we're good on that part. So just wanted to give a little update. All right, folks, stay out of the heat, stay hydrated. So that's just a little progress report on the Prius. I'll try to make some more videos, guys. I've been so busy. I need to get back and make more videos. Okay, talk to you guys soon.